In part 1 of this build series, I make the carcass for these kitchen nook benches. In this video, I make the hinged tops for the benches. Alright, planning out the tops of the benches. Got a long bench there, a long bench there, and 2 short benches over here. The other half of that big red board is going to come over here to be part of that second small bench. What do you think, Wally?
My goal for the bench seats and the tabletop is to make sure that they remain flat over time and resist changes in moisture content, which would then lead to movement of the wood with the changing of the seasons. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to fasten battens on either side, on the underside of the bench seats and the tabletop like this. And I've got 2 hole locations on either batten, there and there. And referencing this book, Illustrated Cabinet Making, How to Design and Construct Furniture That Works, they say to drill a deep counterbore and then have an elongated hole at the bottom of the bore to allow wood movement of the screw. So I've mocked that up here. I've got, here's the batten, there's the screw, there's the deep counterbore, and then at the bottom there is also a wider opening than the width of the screw. I think that's a 1/4 inch. This is a number 10 screw. So there's just a tiny bit of allowance for wood movement there. I think the real reason I went through the trouble of making these battens that aren't even going to be seen look so nice is because I have this much stock to mill and square. So I am procrastinating, and that's why I made these battens so nice. However, I just checked my jointer over here for square, and thank goodness I did, because it's not square. How crummy would it have been if I had tried to square all that stock without checking that first? Now I'll adjust it and get to it. All right, getting ready to run these through the jointer to flatten this face. Here's my method of organizing the boards, since I had to remove the labels ahead of running them through the jointer. So here is the short board on the short bench. Here's the long board on the short bench, and chalk marks to make sure I know that the full face has been jointed, and the direction to run them through the jointer. Let the fun begin. Here I've got the short bench mocked up. I'm calling these the bench ledges, and the bench seat's going to go right here. There's an 1/8 inch gap separating them, which is what that spacer is for. But I'm trying to figure out the size of these glue blocks that are going to be used to fasten the ledge to the back of the bench. So I need to cut these to size to fit in between the ends and the slats in 3 spots. There's going to actually be 2 right here because these 2 ledges are separate. But I need to cut these to the correct lengths to glue them to the underside of these pieces, and then they will be mechanically fastened and likely glued to the back to those slats, which is what's holding the bench top to the bench frame, let's say.
My panel glue ups weren't perfect, so I'm having to hand plane that down so the edges are flush.
All right, so here is my means of attaching what I'm calling the ledge to the carcass of the bench. So these are just glue blocks. This is scrap 2x4, and this is 3/4 inch MDF laminated together to make 2.25 inches of width. Anyway, this thing is glued and screwed that way. Here are the hinge holes, and it rests nicely between the slat and rests on the end of the bench there, and it butts up against the back. I made 4 of them, 2 for this bench, 2 for the other bench. There's some play there, so I can adjust it to the end as needed. Here's what the bench is going to look like. This is going to line up with the end. There's going to be a hinge right there. So this is the bottom side of the ledge. I'm looking down at it. Got these things nice and labeled, 5.5, 6.6. I've got this piece of scrap MDF that is representing the thickness of the back slat that's going to be against the wall. So I can make these nice and flush. I've also got a piece of scrap to represent the slat that goes between the front and the back of the benches. So make sure that the width is right, or the distance between them is correct. Nice and lined up. Front, 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 front. I'm going to back these away from that center template just to give myself a little bit of wiggle room, maybe 1/8 of an inch. Still flush. Now I will take a skinny drill bit, mark these holes so I know where to make a pilot hole in the underside of the ledge. Okay, set those aside, mark the holes, drill a pilot hole. I also stuck this piece on the underside of the bench where it's actually going to be sitting, and traced out the location of the ledge and the slat, which is how I know exactly how things need to be positioned. Until they start poking their little heads at the bottom, like so. For positive contact on the holes we just drilled on the underside of the ledge. So that's going to go like that. Exactly where it needs to go. Do the same on this one. So now I'm going to put some glue on the bottom and drill them in. Pretty nice. I'm going to install it, put the hinges on, and then finish this in tung oil instead of the polyurethane that I finished this with.
Next up, tabletop. Stay tuned for another video.